All right, so I'm trying to figure out what I can put right here in this spot. Got my tape measure out. What can I put right here to do voiceover? Let's find out. Okay, what we have is this. It is the Snap Studio. Just got it in from Amazon, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this bad boy and see if it'll fit right there. Now, on the inside of the box, you wanna make sure that you don't use a knife. The stuff is right here on the top, so you wanna make sure that you don't use a knife to open the box. So glad I didn't, or if you're gonna use some keys or whatever, just make sure you're careful. Then you have these, wow. I can tell just by the feel of this that it is going to be really, really good. It's going to absorb the sound that you need it to absorb. And these are the blankets that come with this. So I know this is going to be like a side mount blanket. This again is going to be another side mount blanket. You'll see as I start putting it together. This is, I want to say, the base. Nope, this is not the base, this is the top because it has corners on it. So I know this is going to go at the top there, and then this last piece is going to be your base. Now what I need to see is if this base is going to fit in the place that I want it to, or if I'm going to need to move this around. So we're just about done. Putting the sides on, and then we'll go to the roof. And then this final one, which is the door, the front of my booth, and we've got that there. It's kind of like a fitted sheet that just kind of goes on. So I can probably do it easier from the inside. So I want to make sure the front goes on well so that I know that it's all lined up. Okay, and just fix it up a little bit here in front. And we are good to go. All right, now what I want to do is put the holder together for my tablet, which is an iPad. So it has instructions on the inside, and I can already tell this little band will go around one of the poles, and then you just slip it right in there and draw it tight. You can release it here. On the sides, it's got two little levers. Press those, and you can take it off. And what I want to do with this is the phone holder or the iPad holder. Let me just see. All right, so this is the only end that stretches up. That's as far as it goes. Let me see if it'll actually hold my iPad. And this is like this. And then you put that into the little levers here. There it is. It clicked. You just had to give it a little harder tug, a little harder push. And so that can go in there. This part screws here to probably tighten, yes, to tighten this so it doesn't swivel around. So I'm just going to tighten that part there. Yeah, it makes it a lot firmer. And let me just double check on my iPad. And there it is. Fits right in. Yep, pops right in. All right, so now I'm going to take you on the inside, and we're going to attach this to the pole. And I want to turn this a bit. That. All right. Now, the great thing about this too, there's a little groove. If you can see, that would fit around the pole. That little groove fits around the pole. So when I put that in there, it's going to fit right in there, and then I can, so, all right. So now what we're gonna do is just attach this to this pole over here. And we're gonna wrap this around. Yep, kind of fit it to the pole. Put that band through there. You see that? Put the band through, and then we're gonna tighten it down. And let's see, let's loosen it a bit here, because I probably want that to be a little bit higher to read. So kind of move that up there, as you can see. Move that up to about right there, eye level. Then I'm going to pull on that and tighten it. So that's where it is. And I'll grab my iPad. You can probably hear a difference in the sound in here as well. Okay, so we got the iPad, and we're just going to pop it in. And then you just need to tighten this. That little circle thing on the back, just need to tighten that up so that your iPad or your tablet or your phone don't move around. And there you are. Now, what I'm going to do is add in my mic boom. So this is the mic boom that I'm going to use inside. And let me just grab my Sennheiser MKH416. This is how it's positioned on the inside of the, right there. You can kind of see that, right? And I'll come in here with, so you can see me in here with. And you can see I've got room. I can move around. There's my microphone. And I'll just position that however I wanted it when I get ready to record. And there's my script. And again, you can already hear the sound difference inside of this booth with just my cell phone. And I'll walk back out and you can tell the difference once again. So now that we're outside of the booth, now you can see there's a tremendous difference in the sound quality. I'll go ahead and do a short video of me recording. Wow, it's hot. It's hot in here. This is super thick. The blankets on this are super thick, and that's why it sounded so vastly different on the inside, because I was in a treated space, right? But this is the deal, and it's from Snap Studio. Snap Studio. Link is in the description if you want to grab one of your own as well. But the thing that I love about this, and I'll back up and show you, the footprint is super small, right? I'm able to put this in a spot in my home and have it right next to where all my gear is so that I can go ahead and record. It stands about, I think, 7 feet, and the footprint on the ground is 3.3 by 3.3 is the footprint that's on the ground. But still, I'm not a small guy, and you still saw that I had room in there to move around and to do whatever. I'm gonna have to make sure that, I usually just wear a t-shirt when I want to go in there, but I was putting it together, so that was kind of hot. What I love about this, it is solid construction, hands down. It's solid construction. It's going to give you that treated space that you need in order to do VO prop. There's not going to be a question here, and you're going to see that in the test that I add on to the end of this as well. I'm going to go into the booth and I'm going to record, and you're going to be able to see exactly how this bad boy sounds. Go grab yours. All right, so we are back in my Snap Studio. And what I want to do, I'm just going to read a little from Becoming a Voice Actor, 4 Steps to Get You on Your Way, the book that I just finished releasing March 1st. And we're going to do a test here, recording. This is the first recording that I'm doing inside of this vocal booth. Actually, I'm going to see if I can just set my phone here on my little shelf, and I can. All right, where my iPhone's sat, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the read. All right, get my mic in proper position. Selecting a microphone for voiceover is important because it can affect the sound of your voice. Here are some things to think about when choosing a microphone. Type of microphone. There are different types of microphones like dynamic, condenser, and ribbon. Dynamic microphones are usually tougher and can handle louder sounds, so they're good for voiceover work. All right, so that was the first recording that I did. Actually, I'm going to do another one because I think I was holding my book up a little high, and see if I can capture better sound. Selecting a microphone for voiceover work is important because it can affect the sound of your voice. Here are some things to think about when choosing a microphone.